Hi, welcome back to BuddhaTalk. I'm talking to you all the way from Seoul, Korea. As discussed in the previous episode, the first step in the practice of the supernormal Eightfold Way is to have a harmonious perspective. This is an important first step to turning the Buddha wheel, as Buddha would put it. Before progressing to the other steps, we need to change how we think. What is this change? It is the thought that everything that happens in our world happens due to the presence of the necessary conditions that are natural and not something supernatural. We need to clearly comprehend the why through contemplation, experimenting, and experiencing for ourselves how things are, not just by mere hearsay. In the past, people thought that rain was created by God or gods. Now, with a clear understanding of the conditions that cause rain, we can even, to a certain extent, forecast when rain will fall. So it is just like that. Since the goal of practicing the Dhamma is to eliminate suffering and attain an unshakable state of mind, we would naturally be more concerned about what goes on in our mind instead of trying to understand the nature of phenomena happening in the world outside of us. That is for scientists to discover. When we know and understand the problems and their causes, we will be able to identify the remedy and see why we are practicing the other steps in the supernatural, as in the supernormal Eightfold Way with clear understanding and confidence. So how do we define a person with a harmonious perspective of things? It is a person who knows what is good and bad behavior when living with other people and all other living beings. It is a person who understands that all other beings' happiness is just as important as one's happiness. Therefore, our behavior should promote harmony with others and not be confrontational. When our perspective is such, we know that intentionally killing other beings is bad. Stealing from others is bad. Sexual misconduct, for example, having an affair with another's partner is bad. Lying or using hurtful language on others is bad. Covetousness and hatefulness are bad. As you can see, any behavior that causes harm or disharmony with others as well as ourselves is bad. Now that we know what bad behavior is, what is its root cause? If you contemplate it, you will realize that the root cause is actually a desire for pleasure, aversion towards anything that brings discomfort or pain, and the delusional thought that there is an I in me and that I want to continue to exist and survive. These are traits of a person who is selfish and ignorant. In knowing this root cause, we will have the wisdom to know that good behavior is any behavior that has contentment, kindness, and understanding as its root. It is a behavior that does not create conflict with all living beings, and because we are selfless, we do not create conflict within. This means that good behavior is the exact opposite of all bad behavior, namely, we do not intentionally harm or kill other living beings, we abstain from stealing, we abstain from sexual misconduct, we avoid lying or using words to harm others. Basically, we maintain focus on our goal of an unshakable tranquility of mind by trying to cultivate a state of contentment, non-hatred, and respond to challenges with wisdom and understanding. That is why, in Buddhism, the moral conduct of a person is based on wisdom and a harmonious perspective of any situation and never due to fear of punishment from authority, God, or hell. When a person has a harmonious perspective, this person will always have good conduct and never have bad conduct even when no one is looking. This is one way to define someone with harmonious perspective. In the next episode, I shall share other definitions to this harmonious perspective. As usual, before we end, I'd like to leave you with a Buddha's quote. Truly seeing the Dhamma, one sees the Buddha. Seeing the Buddha, one sees the Dhamma. This shows the importance that the Buddha placed in practicing the Dhamma, and that he is the embodiment of his teaching. Therefore, if we respect the Buddha, we should make an effort to practice the Dhamma and not just pray to his image. Well, thank you for watching BuddhaTalk. If you find my video interesting, hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment below if you have any comments, questions, or any subject you wish to discuss. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.